Dr. Ashwini, I think you're a little, you must be aware of how the game is played. So we will choose each contestant or each player to pick their choice of vegetable, fruit, spice, or root, and denomination and the leafy vegetables. And then we will also give an opportunity. I will ask them a question, they'll discuss about it, and then we both can also add some insight into what the particular food can be used for and how it can be beneficial. All right. So, Geeta ji, do we have our contestants ready? Who's ready to play?
Yes, we have. Gohil uncle is ready. Sushma ji is
All
ready.
All right, Gohil uncle. Lovely to see you. Pick your best.
Unmute Gohil uncle ji. Yes.
Vegetable 500.
Vegetable for 500 it is. Welcome, welcome, Gohil ji. Virtual hug to you. All right. So we have vegetable for a 500. And what is the vegetable that we're going to have for him? All right. Gohil uncle ji, what's the name?
This is Turia.
Turia. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, very good. Gohil uncle ji and many others also have the answer. I know I told you, Ashwini, we have a very enthusiastic lot here. So Turia is the answer. Or tori, or we also call it ridge gourd. It's from the gourd family. Gohil uncle ji, do you use this on a regular basis, or does your daughter Purnima cook with it for you?
Yeah. Yes.
How do you use it, Purnima?
Yeah. We sometimes make Turiya Patra ki bhaji.
Turiya Patra ki bhaji. So the leaves is what you use?
Yeah, no, that is the leaves of the, ek minute, Girish bhai. Leaves of the, you know that Arbi ke leaves, patra banate hain. So
right.
When we make that patra, we put that in the this Turiya.
Achha,
and we make Turiya Patra ki bhaji. Not just
Turiya.
Wow. Also, as it is also we make, but also with Turiya and Patra mixed together.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that's great knowledge. Thank you so much. And sorry to bother you. You were in a phone call.
No. I was on a call to India.
Yeah.
That's
sorry. But Gohil ji, you're always the best. You know, your memory is so sharp and you're with it all the time. And I love that attitude of yours. Everybody should have an attitude like you. And we all wish we are like you when we come to your age. I would love to live in this world like you. So great. But rich gourd, as it clearly implies, anything from the gourd family has a lot of fiber. FYI for all of you. The way in South, we use, I'm sure Dr. Rao is also aware of it, many of the chutneys that are made from the gourds. We usually cut it, we peel the skin, we cut it into big pieces, we saute it with a little bit of tuar, we till, and then if people like a little garlic in it, we can add some curry leaves, we can add some red chili, green chili, just saute it nicely with oil. And then when you make a chutney out of it, it tastes yummy with rice and with a little bit of ghee, freshly made ghee. And it's a great source of little bit of protein too, because it's got some nuts in it, it's got some fiber in it. It's an excellent source of providing protein and fiber to you, and a lot of the B vitamins. Any of the gourd families will have a lot of the B vitamins. Rich gourd, bitter gourd, all of these when they come. And some of these gourds also have antioxidant properties. Dr. Ashwini, do you have anything to add to this, please?
Extra, it is like, while I was reading all the things, it was also said it has an anti-diabetic property also, and it is a very good source for reducing weight loss because it has more water content. So when we eat, you will not have the appetite to eat more. You feel fullness. That it reduces your, along with the fiber content, it makes us the blood sugar levels remain stable. It doesn't go well.
Yeah, you're so right about it. I think it's also probably to do with the glycemic index, right? Because the glycemic index, it really enables you to kind of keep your blood sugars in tab. So my dear India Home residents, please remember, when you are using any of the gourds, whether it's rich gourd, snake gourd, bitter gourds, any of the gourds, they have the anti-diabetic property because the glycemic index, which means the property of increasing your requirement for taking insulin from the body, is very balanced. And that is the reason why you want to include gourds. As Dr. Ashwini so rightly said, using these gourds really enable you to be fulfilling and feel satisfied. And because of the fiber content, it reabsorbs water into your body. It makes you full. It also gives you a lot of satiety or satiety. Plus, it's got anti-diabetic property. Great. Thank you so much, Goelji. Okay, who's our next contestant?
Sushma Jaggi.
Sushma ji, please pick your choice of the number and the category.
Spice for 500.
Spice for 500. Everybody is playing bigger today. Everybody wants to become rich. All right. What is that, Sushma ji?
That's a chakri. You spice and you put in the to seasoning, smelling good.
Okay, excellent. Very good. And where do you use it, Sushma ji?
We use in the rice. Any sweet thing we can put it also. It's like little soft taste.
Okay.
And
excellent. Very good.
For seasoning, this is.
So it's chakri, it's chakra, and it's fool. It's got other names, and the star anise seed or the star anise is the, it's like one of the richer spices that we use. When you have the boona of spices that you get, you usually have the star anise in there as one of the main spices. And I think typically when you see your garam masala mixes,
Right?
Yeah, this will be a very important spice. Also, most of your spice categories, whether it's the cinnamon, whether it's the clove, whether it's the ground ginger, the dry ginger, the cardamom, all of these has major properties of antioxidant and also great properties of increasing a lot of your micronutrients. We have spoken about this a lot, but a lot of the minerals is very richly available in these. And in our best interest, rather than boxing your garam masalas, getting the boona or getting these in their original form and then sauteing them a little bit or toasting them a little bit and then powdering them gives you a lot more nutritional value. If you want to preserve them well, keep them at a very cold temperature away from dark, darker, atmosphere. That way the antioxidants in them don't get rancid. As Sushma ji so rightly said, biryani, most of your tadkas that you make, your jal fries or your richer things. And I think, if I'm not wrong, this has come from an influence of the Middle Eastern spices. I don't know if it's come originally from our country, but maybe I'm wrong. Dr. Ashwini, do you have any valuable insight to add?
I think it is from China. When I was reading, I found something from China. It is more from China. It is.
Awesome,
and
awesome.
And extra thing is that it says that because it is a spice, it stabilizes the mood actually, reduces the stress and keep us better in a better spirits comparatively. Because when we
okay, let's feed it to our spouses both way, husbands to wife and wives to husbands. Give enough anise seed in your chai or your garam masalas and make sure they are all in a very good mood and a high spirit. Just keep some star anise seed available always. When you're having a crappy mood, make sure that you have some star anise seed for them. Okay, awesome. Who's going to be our next contestant? I'm loving this.
Next, Madhu auntie. Whoever wants to participate, please open up your camera so that we'll get to see you guys.
And also maybe raise your hand and keep it. You know how you have the option of raising hand? That'll just keep us going on a roll.
Yes.
Madhuji, namaste. Please go for your choice.
500 fruits.
500 for fruits it is, Madhuji. All right. What do we have in store for you? Let's see. $500 for fruit. Yes. Okay.
Lychee.
Lychee.
This is lychees, right?
Yes. Let's see if you're right. I don't know. We'll find out. Good job. Yes, it is
It's
lychee. It's a
yeah,
very
it's one
favorite
of my
fruit.
favorite fruit.
So is
It's
mine.
like
Good. Yep.
it's soft and watery, very, very, very nice. I
Yep.
don't know what you get from it. That's why I wanted to know. But at the same time, it's really tasty, and I love it.
Well, Madhuji, you're so right about it. It's a very favorite fruit for many.
Yeah.
As you see the structure of the fruit, anything that's got more pulp in it, anything that's juicy, anything that's more squishy, you have a lot of the fibrous properties. Number one,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
But lychee, you just have to be aware that it is higher in the sugar content. So
Yes.
as a fruit for choice for your diabetics or anything to do with, especially because the fruit is smaller in size, it can be pretty deceiving in terms of the number of servings that you have of this. And in your
Yes.
best interest, to avoid drinking lychee juice is better than to eat the, it's better to have the fruit in itself than drink the juice. Because
Yeah,
what
I
happens
prefer
with the
fruit.
juice,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
what happens with the juice is you're only getting the liquid out of it, but the pulp or the emulsified aspects of the fiber is taken away to a great extent. So the glycemic index can go higher. It can raise your blood sugar. And this is a classic example for most of your fruit juices that you do not
Yes.
want to take that when your blood sugar is raised, because it will give you a very high level. Suddenly you'll feel great, but at the same time, it'll drop it down also very immediately. So Dr. Ashwini, please give us some insight on the lychee fruit. Don't tell us we are forbidden from eating it because we all love it.
It's seasonal.
Actually,
It's
I
not
was
every
thinking
day
like
you get
it
it.
is actually rich with vitamin C. So if you want to increase the absorption of iron, like suppose we are eating something which is rich in iron, like green leafy vegetables or anything, we can combine with the lychee, which is rich in vitamin C, which will help us absorb the iron part, non-heme part. So I was
Fantastic. Such a great point made. And thank you so much for reminding me of that. So the reason why, as Ashwini ji so rightly said, anything that's got the sourness, anything that's got that bit, that sweet sourness, similar to your oranges, similar to your, pimentos, or many of the fruits that's got high vitamin C, eating this during breakfast with your cereals, with your oatmeal, with your, anything that's got higher iron content in it, especially if you are making something with lentils, if you are having a ragi porridge or something, eating it along with lychee will increase your absorption of iron and the non-heme iron, as she so rightly said, because the non-heme iron is the one that you get from a lot of the vegetarian sources. The heme iron is the one that you get from the non-vegetarian sources. So vitamin C and iron are very complementary, nutrients that go hand in hand, that when you take vitamin C, that's why the typical American diet, even though they kind of splurge on it too much, is they eat a very high sugar cereal and then they combine it with high sugar orange juice, both of which is packaged. But if you actually make your orange juice at home and you choose a cereal which is lower in sugar and higher in fiber, then this effect of vitamin C to iron can be great and helpful for you. Thank you so much, Ashwini ji, and great job, Madhu ji. Enjoy your lychee, and I will think about you next time I have my lychee. All right. Who's the next contestant?
Kiran Malik ji.
Kiran ji, welcome. What's your choice and what's your denomination?
Yeah, I'll take 100 for vegetables.
100 for a vegetable it is. Let's see what you have here. Aha, Kiran ji, you're getting lucky here.
Bhindi, okra.
Bhindi, okra, and what is it called in the Indian English language? Lady's finger.
Lady's finger, right. Yes.
अपनी उंगली मत काटना.
कट जाती है जब कई बार. Sometimes when we are cutting something hard, sometimes we do cut it.
I swear to God, lady's finger especially can be pretty deceiving in that sense. But how do you make your lady's finger?
I cut it into, like, 3 pieces of one, and then I just stir fry, and I add onions and sometimes the bell pepper too, and then Indian spices, coriander powder, jeera powder, sometimes anardana powder, salt
Interesting.
and spices,
Interesting. But
Yeah.
that's really so many different ways that you can make okra or lady's finger. I just want to add one insight to this. The stickiness of this particular vegetable, the slime that you get from it, you do not want to wash it off completely. That's why they always say, before you cut the vegetable, lady's finger especially, you want to wash it well and clean it up before you cut it. Do not cut it and then wash it, because what happens is the lignin or the slimy factor that is in there, you're losing some of it, and a lot of the vitamins are lost. Of course, it is a green vegetable. A lot of your antioxidants that you get from it, and the properties that you get from it for the minerals and for the vitamins, they also are washed away easily. But more importantly, highest in fiber. And the way this is made from north, south, east to west is just phenomenal. Like in the south, we usually kind of slit it up in between. We add stuffing into it with a little bit of tadka and with a little bit of the gram powder, Bengal gram powder. Sometimes we make pachadi with it. We cut it into pieces. We fry it a little bit with urad dal and mustard seeds, and then we add it to yogurt, and that works really nice. Or we put tamarind into it. But the great part about Indian cuisine is that they have so thoughtfully added the elements of sweet, sour, and combinations. Just like you rightly said, Kiranji, the amchur powder takes away that little bit of that that rawness of the vegetable. It kind of breaks that away, and it also combines it, and that stickiness actually goes away when you add some of these other factors. So it can be used as a puli pachadi that we do in the south. It can be used as a sabji with I'm sure in the north they use a lot of the bindi sabji. It's very popular even with aloo. They also make a lot of in America, in the south, they used the fried okras. They deep fried also. You even get it as a snack sometimes. Dr. Ashwini, I'm sure you have something else to add to this besides what we spoke about. So please, your turn now.
We were talking about slimy thing, ma'am. So it's all about it's a fiber. So we have to take that fiber so that it helps us in reducing all the things like cholesterol is getting it. If you have a good amount of fiber in your diet, you are going to reduce the absorption of cholesterol from the diet, which has something else, whether it is from an oil or any other saturated fatty acids or anything. So don't try to eat it along with the slime. So many people don't like it being sticky, but it is being sticky is fiber. So don't try to eliminate.
Yes, you're right about it. And I see that lately, because of the advantage of having something like an air fryer, you can even use it in an air fryer, but do not increase the temperature to a very high level, because when you fry these vegetables at a very high level, you're breaking a lot of the good properties of the vegetable. So for example, when you do not want the slime in it, you can probably just chop it fine. After you cut it, after you wash it, clean it up with a towel or a, bounty towel, and then you cut it into bigger pieces. If you cut it into smaller circumferences, then the slime is going to increase. But if you cut it into bigger pieces, throw it in the air fryer and then do a little bit of tadka, you may not see the sliminess as much. And then you could probably combine it with your sabjis or, I think as a child, I was teased, or I was brainwashed to say that if you want to be good at math, you have to eat lady's finger. I don't know if you guys remember about it, but that was the norm. Every household, the mothers would say, you want to be good at math? Don't forget to eat your bhindi sabji. So thank you so much, Ashwini. That was a great, good point made. Okay, who's our next contestant?
Kamoben Chowda.
Chowda ji, please.
Come on.
Kamoben, आपका
अनम्यूट
हाँ,
कीजिए.
unmute कीजिए.
Come on, TG, still you're muted. Unmute करो.
हाँ
हाँ.
अब चूज करूँ.
हाँ जी, चूज कीजिए प्लीज.
200 वेजिटेबल.
200 फॉर वेजिटेबल कम्मू बहन की होगी. अभी हम देखेंगे. ओहो कम्मू बहन जी, आप तो बहुत लकी हो आज. सो कम्मू जी, आप बताएं हमको टोमेटो के साथ आप क्या बनाते हो, क्या क्या बनाते हो?
टोमेटो जूस, टोमेटो और ओनियन के साथ सब्जी और चटनी बनाते हैं, टोमेटो का सूप बनाते हैं और सब दाल में डालते हैं, वेजिटेबल में डालते हैं.
Do you grow tomatoes in your house, Kammu Ben?
Yes.
You'd grow them too. Wonderful, wonderful. Which is your favorite variety that you grow? जो आप, you know, which one do you grow?
What?
The Roma tomatoes, की the plush tomatoes, or the ones with the stalk?
मैं तो बाय करती हूँ, मेरा तो अपार्टमेंट है.
अच्छा अच्छा, ओके ओके ओके. बट कम्मू बहन जी, आप कोई ये इसका जो न्यूट्रिशन है आपको कोई पता है? इससे हम क्या मिलता है हमको खाने पे? टोमेटो खाने पे क्या मिलता है?
विटामिन सी.
अरे वाह, कोई हेल्प कर रहा है आपका? आप ही बोल रहे हो. Whoever is helping you is a very good helper. उनको बता देना कि good job, और आपको भी good job.
Okay, thank you.
Very good, very good. You are so right about it. 1 या 2 टोमेटो खाने से हमको तकरीबन we get almost the half requirement of our entire requirement for vitamin C in a day. Tomatoes are best when they are ripened. The green tomatoes, yellow tomatoes, there are so many varieties. There is even violet tomatoes. And yes, the lycopene is one of the important properties that is very very nutritious for us, जो हमको कैंसर से प्रोटेक्ट करता है, जो हमको lot of the GI problem से प्रोटेक्ट करता है. But you have to be careful when you consume tomatoes with seeds, especially when you have any GI concerns जैसे diverticulitis या जो allergies होते हैं, उनके हिसाब से टोमेटो के जो seeds होते हैं, that can give you some kind of allergies. So अगर आपको कोई GI problems हो या कोई diverticulitis हो या कोई Crohn's का problem हो, they say generally वो जो टोमेटो का जो अंदर जो seeds होते हैं, you want to take it out, सिर्फ pulp use करो. One more important thing I need to remind people, especially because we are catering to an older population and seniors, is अगर आपको kidney problem का कोई history है, tomatoes are way high in potassium too. So you have to be very careful about consuming tomatoes because kidney के disease से potassium level बढ़ जाता है. So you have to stabilize the amount of potassium that you give to your body. So you have to be very careful about how much tomatoes you eat.
Okay.
हाँ जी. So very good job. Very very happy that आपने correct use किया है. अश्विनी,
मुझे कोई disease नहीं है. No sugar.
Shub. Touch wood. Let's keep you that way, Kammu Ben. Very good. Awesome. Ashwini, Dr. Ashwini, please give your insight about the tomatoes.
You have said about the potassium, ma'am, but if we consume in the right quantities, the potassium will also help in reducing the hypertension, like blood pressure levels are decreasing. So even though there is a point, there is a kidney stone risk, but consuming in a good right amounts will help in reducing the blood pressure levels in the population.
Yes, you're right about it, Dr. Ashwini. You're very right about it. The reason I bring this into attention is because I have worked with kidney patients who are in end-stage renal disease, in stage 4, where they are going to dialysis 3 times a week, and it sometimes becomes very hard because they are all tomato lovers, and we would only be able to give them maybe a slice of tomato a day, or maybe like 2 slices of tomatoes. So I was just giving you the extreme scenario, but you are so right that tomatoes eaten its right proportion also controls our blood pressure. And if you do have concerns of blood pressure, increasing your potassium levels are definitely going to stabilize your blood pressure levels. So that's a very good point made, Dr. Ashwini. Thank you so much. Okay, who's going next?
Rita Koliji.
Rita ji, what's your choice?
My choice is spices for 100.
All right, spices for 100. She's playing it safe. Okay. And the answer is?
Oh, I can't see anything. What's going on? What's something wrong with my iPad?
Loving.
Oh, long.
Ah, okay. Were you not able to
No.
see it?
Now I can.
Okay.
No.
Maybe there was a delay.
Yeah, clove.
Yeah. Very good. Good job. Congratulations. And what do you use it? Clove किसके लिए use करते हो? Most important.
I put it in rice. I put it in my tea. And sometime if I have a toothache, I put that one piece to calm my pain down.
You're so
it
right
helps.
about it. Yes, it really helps. That's like a magic pill for you before you put the Ambicil and you numb your pain when you have issues with your teeth. The clove oil is probably the best that they can help you with. And somebody here has a question. This is Anna. Can you please suggest a lunch and dinner for South Indian diabetic on insulin 20 units daily? Anna or Anusuya, we will give you an answer about that.
Good morning. This is Anna.
Yes. Yeah. Anna, I need to talk to you separately. We probably need to do a separate consult on that. We won't be able to give you an entire meal plan here. And that's why we have a gathering for you to discuss it. You can most certainly contact me in person through Kavita ji or Geeta ji. But
Thank you
yes,
so much.
yes, sure. And as you rightly said, the clove is a great, anti-inflammatory properties it has got. Besides that, it's a very good breath teaser too. If you have a dry mouth, or if you have any issues with your breath, smelling bad sometimes, when you have dentures and stuff like that, when you have dryness, if you put a clove in your mouth, it increases the saliva and it reduces the bacteria in your mouth. It's got a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. Besides that, it's a great spice. It's among the 5 spices used in the garam masala powder that we are all aware of. And you can use your clove also for a lot of the medicinal properties that it has. And of course, it's used in your, vegetables and mainly in your rice dishes. We actually use clove in a lot of our sweets too. Some of our sweets also, because it's got a sweetness to it. Clove also has a sweetness to it. And even when you're making your medication teas, your medicinal teas, adding a little bit of clove powder or a little bit of a clove in there kind of calms you down with your phlegm and everything. So Dr. Ashwini, any insight on that?
I just want to add extra clove has some secretory property. So what happens is that it secretes a mucus in the stomach so that it prevents the formation of ulcer. So if people who are suffering from ulcer, or you want to prevent ulcers like gastric ulcer, peptic ulcer, they can use the cloves actually.
Fantastic. That is such a great point made. Yes, I have learned about this, and it coats your stomach or your lining. Because of the lining in your stomach, it kind of balances, maybe it balances the pH in your stomach, right, Dr. Ashwini?
Yeah. It secretes the mucus so that the HCl is not acting on the mucosa.
Wow, that's a great point made. Thank you for making me remember my notes back in Nutrition 101. So everybody, India Home residents, please remember, if you are a classic contestant or a classic person who has gastric GI problems, or if you have ulcers, or if you have these acidity issues, you know, having a little bit of clove or clove oil or clove in your tea or in your water even, you can probably coat your stomach with a little bit of mucus. It produces a secretion and it coats your stomach and reduces the acidity and the burning inside the stomach with ulcers. Great point. Thank you, Dr. Ashwini. It's so much fun to have you, to have another person to talk about nutrition. Wonderful.
And regarding flow,
yes, Goelji.
It softens the shaving.
It softens the shaving. Wow. That's why you're looking so handsome, Goelji. Huh? Now I know the secret for your smooth skin. All right. So there's another property also, but I'm sure that a lot of these spices, they're used in certain amounts for your skin texture and for your skin glow and everything. And I'm so happy to know that it actually smooths your, shaving after you've shaved. There is some amount of... G?
Oh my God. I go to voice teachers.
So there is some amount of smoothening of skin, as Golji was rightly saying. Okay, Geeta ji, who's the next person?
Usha Kapoor.
Usha ji, please go ahead.
Usha Kapoor, are you on the phone? Then Jyotsna auntie.
Jyotsna auntie, please go ahead.
Fruits. Fruits 200. Fruits 200.
Fruits for 200 it is, Jyotsna auntie. Okay. या बताइए जल्दी बताइए.
Oh, pineapple.
नहीं, come on, give me another shot. Give me another shot.
Furnace.
Jyotsna, you can't miss this. This is the king of all fruits. Come on. Very good. Good job.
Yeah.
Jackfruit, है ना? Furnace.
Jackfruit.
आपको पसंद है jackfruit, Jyotsna ji?
No, I don't like.
You don't like it?
I don't like that smell. Taste also.
You're right. My son also is he has a great aversion for it because of the smell. It's got a very strong smell.
The smell
but in today's, so I cannot probably ask you if you make anything with it, right? You don't use it in your house then. Okay. All right. But today, my dear India Home residents, jackfruit is considered to be one of the biggest alternatives for protein for vegetarians. It is almost like the next complementary dish that you can eat instead of meat. If you are a vegetarian and you feel like you want to eat meat and you feel like you want to eat chicken, if you still feel like you're okay with eating vegetarian, jackfruit is the answer for that. I don't mean to offend anybody here, but all I'm saying is that what you get as properties of protein from your non-vegetarian food, you can get it all together in jackfruit. Today, jackfruit is being exported from many different countries into many different parts of the world, especially from the Far East, from places like India. Of course, India, they also supply it as the raw jackfruit and the yellow jackfruit or the ripened jackfruit. It is got some phenomenal properties, the highest in fiber. That is why if you eat too much jackfruit, you'll have stomach cramps and stomach pains. Also equally high in sugar, so you have to be careful as a diabetic eating it. Vitamin C. It's high in vitamin C. Please mute yourself. If you're not muted, please mute yourself because it might cause a disturbance here. The way I use jackfruit in our cooking is I make jackfruit biryani, jackfruit pulao. I make jackfruit sabji when it is green. You can also get it from the Indian store as the green or the yellow. You can even get it in the can. We make a phenomenal dessert item which is called chakka payasam. Chakka means jackfruit in Malayalam or in Tamil. And the chakka payasam is like the delicacy that you cannot miss having at a wedding. So that's, my mouth is almost salivating because chakka payasam is my favorite, but I love it dearly. And Dr. Ashwini, what is your insight about jackfruit? Because this is my favorite fruit.
It's my favorite fruit too, ma'am.
There you go. Sorry, Jyotsna ji, आपका favorite नहीं है. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
बोली. Tell me, Ashwini, what would you like to share about jackfruit?
It has actually two additional magnesium and iron, which is both actually very important for everyone because magnesium is very helpful in regulating the calcium metabolism and everything, which will eventually lead to all the bone muscle strength, everything. And iron, with jackfruit is also very rich in iron. It is actually somewhat rare to find fruits which are rich in iron actually, because we always find fruits which are rich in vitamin C or something like that. But we don't find fruits which are rich in iron. Jackfruit is one such.
Correct. And in that sense, that is why I was saying that with the protein and the iron added, this can be a great product that you can include in your diet, my dear vegetarians, especially when they ask you to increase your protein. This can be a great product that you can add. If you have not used it in your diet so far, please look up a recipe for a simple jackfruit pulao, or you don't make it with the yellow, you make it with the green or with not the ripened one. You can get it as a canned version, wash it off clean, and then you can use it. You can make a sabji out of it. You can make pachadi out of it. You can make so many different things out of it. So maybe next time over, we can probably show them some cooking with delicacy fruits or rare fruits and vegetables. We can plan for that next one. Okay, I just want to see there is somebody who's given information in chat box. We have to move a little fast. We have 14 minutes.
That's me.
And lots of questions to go. Okay. Got it. Awesome. Okay.
Next one.
Next one.
Kapila Patel.
Kapila Patel. We'll go faster. I'll make sure we go faster. Kapila ji, what's your choice?
Yeah, but I cannot see the screen.
aa raha.
Okay. Fruit 400.
Fruit for 400 it is. Okay. All right. Kapila ji.
Jamford.
Ji?
It's a jamford. In Gujarati, we say guava.
Guava. Okay, very good. And what do you... आप कैसे खाते हो गुआवा? आपको मिलता है आपके यहाँ?
या मिलता है ना? या
पोटैटो
में मिलता है न्यूयॉर्क में? हाँ मिलता है. हम ऐसे ही काट के खा जाते हैं, just like a fruit.
Very nice. Okay. And also
उसके सीड्स हेल्थ के लिए बहुत अच्छे हैं. अपने आप कोलेस्ट्रॉल कम कर देते हैं. So it's a very healthy fruit.
Very good. Yes, it's actually a diabetic friendly fruit also, they say, because it has a lot of anti-diabetic properties. And in India, even I remember very, very clearly that when we had the diabetic education lessons, they used to ask guava as one of the fruit to take. Dr. Ashwini, please add some insight here. I know there is some medicines that you're even making with guava seeds. Please add some insight here.
It is actually with the guava leaves, ma'am. Like how we are consuming guava fruits, guava leaves are much more medicinal property compared to guava fruit. So they are developing products based on guava leaves for all the anti-cancerous, anti-diabetic, all those sort of things. When I was reading, it was mostly about guava leaves. There are so many research on guava leaves compared to guava actually.
Yes.
So, but in the image it was on guava. I didn't go deep into the guava leaves, but guava leaves are being major medicinal properties, and it has become a nutraceutical kind of thing. Like it's getting promoted.
It is a nutraceutical fruit, and it is in big demand even for facial packs. Guava, papaya and all are excellent fruits, especially when they are ripe. आप उसके साथ अगर facial pack बनाओ तो आप सुंदरी लिखोगे. All the ladies, please, and men too. All right, who's the next one? Yes, who's our next contestant?
Vijaya Nair. Vijaya aunty ji, are you there?
Vijaya ji, please. Vijaya ji, are you there?
I think she left. Okay. Usha Kapoor ji, she's back.
Usha ji, she's back. Yeah.
Usha ji,
please. Unmute, please, Usha ji.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, vegetables, leafy vegetable, 200.
Leafy vegetable. You're the first one choosing today for leafy vegetable for 200. Okay. All right.
That's mint.
Very good. Excellent. Let's find out if you've got the right answer. And I hope we all got the right answer because that's an obvious one. Let's see if we have the right answer. Yes, it is pudina, the old pudin hara that we talk about in India, which has all the properties of inflammation, anti-inflammatory properties. And of course, आप कैसे यूज करते हो उषा जी मिंट?
मैं उसकी चटनी बनाती हूँ, उसको चाय में यूज करती हूँ, रहते में उसको थोड़ा सा क्रश करके I use in that.
Excellent, excellent, very good. Dr. Ashwini, I think you should be the first one talking about it in terms of what are the benefits of mint medicine.
We are using it. It's it's like a home remedy for every one of us when there is a cough because it clears all the congestion that we have. So it's like a very important remedy for cough, cold, and asthmatic patients can also get benefit because it clears the water congestion they feel because it is allowing the airways to get relaxed so that they can breathe extra. So it's being used there also. And the other thing is that nowadays people are suffering from like IBS. The irritable bowel syndrome is becoming so common nowadays that it is everywhere. Like everyone is suffering from it. Mint is one such green vegetable which it can be used in actually IBS. Usually say in IBS don't use green leafy vegetables actually because we don't know whether it will cause the symptoms, aggravate the symptoms because the fiber contents are there. But mint leaves is being used in actually IBS. They are telling it as a good alternative can be used in IBS.
Very, very, very critical point made here. Majority, almost 50% or maybe more are suffering from irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, which is a very critical concern today because of the lack of the good microbes in our system. And mint is one such green leafy vegetable, even though green leafy vegetables are asked to be used sparingly in IBS. As Dr. Ashwini so rightly said, a product which is rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, has anti-inflammatory properties, also gives you good breath. So use mint every time, and it grows easy also. So you can just put it in your backyard or you can grow it in a little pot, and that's probably the easiest herb to grow. So please make sure that you include mint in your daily meals as much as possible for anti-inflammatory properties and for also indigestion. A lot of your pudin hara is a great example for that. So great. Okay, who's next?
Prafulla ji.
Prafulla ji. जी बताएं।
प्रफुल्ला कौन सी प्रफुल्ला संघराज का?
हाँ जी।
नहीं, मैं अभी थोड़ी देर के पहले ज्वाइन हुई हूँ, so I'm not accustomed to previous conversation.
No
so I'm just going to make sure that I will join every Monday now. So thank you.
No.
Prafulla ji, you should not miss these sessions. These are very useful sessions. If you are still okay, I would like you to choose a vegetable and a number, just or anything from this category. Just choose and guess what it is.
Okay, let me see the vegetable and leafy vegetables. Roots 300.
Roots for 300. Okay, so now you have to guess the picture.
Okay.
What is this?
Adrak, ginger.
Adrak. Okay. Very good, excellent. Prafulla ji, you made it. You just joined and you made it. You did a good job. Well. You used your time efficiently. So,
that's great.
आप कैसे यूज करते हो प्रफुल्ला जी?
अदरक मैं चाय में डालती हूँ, and sabzi when it's nearly cooked, I just grate it and put adrak in it, and sometimes in a little bit of chutney as well. You know, पुदीना की चटनी या तो coriander की चटनी में भी डालती हूँ. So that's how I normally use.
Excellent, excellent. And any other properties that you see that you actually benefit from for ginger?
I think I like, to be honest, first of all, I like the taste. Second, when I get cold or something, I sometimes put in a honey lemon and adrak crushed, you know, and I believe that it helps towards a cold and cough.
Very good. You're definitely in the right track, Prafulla ji. That's a great points made. And I'm going to have Ashwini ji now. Dr. Ashwini, give us some insight about adrak.
Okay,
it has anti-inflammatory properties. That's why it is being helpful actually, along with mint with everything.
Yes.
So that is what it is.
You know, the best thing that my grandmother used to give us was inji charu, which is inji means ginger. Charu means the liquid. If you ever have indigestion and you go for a wedding or you eat outside and you have a lot of soda in your diet, or if you eat a big meal and you are like filled to your brim till your nose, when you take ginger, take the skin out, put a little squeeze of lemon, thoda sa honey and a pinch of salt, and make a nice concoction called ginger. It's like a ginger ale, but it's a very strong concoction. Just drink it up. आपका gas problem, आपका indigestion problem, आपका pain, cramps, muscle cramps in the stomach will all go like that. It'll just disappear. Whenever my children come home, they eat all the garbage food and they come home, I'll give them ginger decoction.
Okay. Good to know that anyway. So,
Yes.
Isn't ginger good for arthritis?
Yes, it is. Very good point. Yes, it's got a lot of anti-inflammatory properties, like she said. And ginger is very good for PMS problems, menopause and pre-menopause and post-menopause symptoms, even with menstrual cramps. If you have a young adult adolescent in your home, please tell them ginger can be a great help. Also, ginger roots, when it's not coated with too much sugar, it can be used, even dry ginger powder can be used in your chai, and it can also be used as an aid for digestion. It increases gastric juices and it increases and aids digestion. So they say generally, ginger ko hum pickle mein dalte hain, ginger ko hum sabji mein dalte hain. It aids in digestion. That's why when you have something which has got more fiber and stuff, ginger aids in digestion to increase the gastric juices.
Oh, that's good. Good to know. Thank you. That's great.
Sure, anytime. Okay, how much time do you have, Geeta ji?
I know, like it's only 3 minutes, but yeah, we can move it faster. Can take 10 more minutes.
No, we can take it from the next session because not even the half the table is over.
Right.
So we'll consider for that. So continue with the same pace.
Yes. Okay, who's next?
Yeah, I know, like I don't see anybody, just I'm going to randomly pick people. Anna, you want to go?
I'll go.
This will be the last one.
Okay, I'll come. Go on. I'll take fruits for 100.
Fruits for 100 it is, Anna ji. Yes. All right. What's this? Ooh.
Sitapal.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. And what is it called in English? Do you know?
I don't remember. Custard apple?
You're right about that.
There is the answer. I didn't know really.
You're right about that. You're very right about that. And where do you get enough of it in your town? In where you live?
I think it's more in Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh, right?
Yes. And also, it's a rarity here. I've seen it in some of the Asian food stores, but one custard apple was $8.
Wow, I have never seen it here.
Yeah, so there was a very good recipe that I heard from a friend of mine who got it as a canned version, and then she made a very good dessert with it. Custard apple has got a lot of sweetness to it. It's got fiber to it. It is very good for hormonal balance. So custard apples is very good for maintaining your hormone levels. Dr. Ashwini, please add some insight.
Actually, today only when I was reading an article, I found that like even though the custard apple is very sweet but it has a very low GI, and the J is literally low for that, so we can eat. So people who like sweets but don't want to increase their sugar levels can go with the custard apple as a fruit. And the next thing I found out is that it is very helpful in pregnant women. Actually, it helps in the development of the neural development in the babies, and also the period when she takes it during the labor time, what they are telling is that the labor period, how much of pain she feels, it will be reduced, and the time duration of the labor will also actually reduce. Like it is actually written in a research article. So it was actually, I found it interesting because this is the first time I know that it can be that much useful in a pregnant lady.
Wow. Wow. But my only question here, this is my personal question, because we ask our pregnant women to be careful with vitamin A levels, right? So
Yes,
what
ma'am.
point
Yes.
during pregnancy should we take this? Maybe at the third trimester.
Yeah, we can take it. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I do see that custard apple, sitafal is got rich in riboflavin. It's rich in potassium, vitamin A, vitamin C. Oh my God. It's almost like a king of the fruits. It's got so many great properties. And I'm very happy that we had a newer version of playing this game. Foodpardy is always fun. We can come back to our viewer screen, Geeta ji. We'll continue next time. But I think everybody, can you show me a thumbs up or a thumbs down? The way this was played today, did you all like it better than before? Okay, thank you, thank you,
Yes.
thank you. Love you all. Thank
I
you.
just have one more question. There
Ji,
are so many seeds in the sitapal. What do they do with the seeds?
Good question. Generally, I don't eat those seeds, but you have to be careful with some of these seeds because there could be some poisonous properties also. Sometimes we don't know.
Yeah.
Like apples, they have seeds and they are high in cyanide. So you got to be careful with some of these seeds. So I would not explore unless I know, because I'm not aware of what the seeds have. Let's try and stay with the fruit. But the fruit in itself is a task to eat, right? You have to open it out, take the pulp out from the seed. So that in itself is a task. But I'm glad Dr. Rao, as always, he is the most novel and most innovative person who comes up with these great ideas of improving what we learn each time. Otherwise, it becomes very boring. How much can you just talk about the same food and rut about the same thing? And we have a very efficient doctor amongst us now. And I feel very heartened about that. I have somebody who is equally in par with us to share and reinforce that whatever I say or whatever we say is in good grounds and that we are being good with our education. So thank you so much, Dr. Ashwini. Very good session. Dr. Ashwini, do you have anything to say?
Thank you for having me here, ma'am.
You bet. You bet. Always fun.
I have one question. Sorry. Is guava juice is equally good like eating fruit, guava fruit?
No.
No.
See, any of the fruit categories, any of the fruit categories, when they are consumed as a juice, you are going to remove some portion of the pulp from it. So proportion of juice is always going to be much smaller in size. So these days, if you go to the 5-star hotels and stuff, you have these small concoctions of all of these. You go to the star hotels. I'm talking about when you are served like a continental breakfast. They give you watermelon juice. They give you cilantro juice. They give you kadduka juice. They give you custard apple juice. All this, they give it in a very small concoction like your shot glasses. The reason why they give you in the shot glass is because you should take it in the shot glass level, not take 8 ounces and 15 ounces of it, because it's going to fill your stomach. It's going to increase your blood sugar. It's going to trigger your insulin levels and tease you to produce more insulin where you don't need to. And then it drops it down after about half an hour to 40 minutes. So to answer your question, in your best interest, it is always better to eat the real fruit than the juice.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome. All right, everybody, have a beautiful day. Keep singing, keep dancing. Ramaya Vastavaya. Until we see you next time. Namaste.
Thank you.
Sat Sri Akal.
Thank you.
Vanakkam.